Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic:
Male gynecologists of Reddit, why did you pursue your job? Serious. Attention. Serious. Tag notice. Jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted in any comment. Parent or child. Parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an ARMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit if you have any questions or concerns. Originally didn't know what I wanted to do when I entered medical school, and if you had asked me, OBGYN was at the bottom of the list based off of everything negative I had heard. Third year rotation was really surprised at how much I enjoyed it. You get to do a little of everything. Medicine, surgery, primary care, office procedures, and obviously delivering babies, which was awesome. On top of that, I lost my mother during medical school, who was my biggest role model. Being able to be there in the room with new moms during their happiest moments just kinda made it all click for me. Don't regret my decision at all. That's fantastic. I have so much respect and admiration for what you do. My wife had some complications in delivery, and the head OBGYN at the hospital, a man, basically saved my son and wife. Sex and gender aside, there is something to be said about a doctor that dedicates their life to helping bring new lives into the world, not to mention saving countless women's lives through cancer and other disease, illness screening. Right, my wife sees a male OBGYN, and according to her, he's amazingly empathetic, and does everything right. Delivered our baby, and my sister's baby, and my brother-in-law's baby, and my cousin's baby, and my other cousin's baby. He's basically the family OBGYN at this point. Everyone dropped their former OBGYN to go to him. I get to do a nice mixture of office, surgery, and labor and delivery, which is its own unique thing. I like the busyness and the high intensity. And I like being a part of one of the biggest days of people's lives. The hours could be better though. Babies have no respect for other people's schedule. Edit. Fixed my damn typo. Babies have no respect for other people's schedule. This may be the biggest understatement ever, lol. Male ob. Gyn here. Lots of reasons. I am genuinely excited every time I get to be part of bringing a child into the world. As a dad to daughters, I feel responsible for making the world a safer place for women to seek healthcare. Women's health is full of mystery, which isn't the case in more studied clinical areas. Some reasons for this include women's health only getting about 1% of biopharma research funding. Women being excluded from clinical trials until 1993. Thank you thalidomide scandal. And research animal models almost exclusively being male until 2016. There are common women's health problems, like endometriosis, 10% of women, which we simply do not yet understand. As an academic, I love the research component of my job. The list goes on and on. In short, I think it's the most rewarding area of medicine and wouldn't do anything else. Your statement is an ideal example of what I would want to hear from an OBGYN. Growing up with the mystery, and now in my 30s, it was always clear to me that women's health is not being recognized or understood and seemed so far behind. Hearing that you want to do the research and share the research gives me hope. It's an honor to read something like that. Thank you. Endometriosis management is a great failure of our healthcare system. It should not take years of telling providers that you are in pain and require surgery to diagnosis, only to find out there is no good cure. I hope I can provide a better tomorrow and wish you the best with your health. Removed. 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 Male ob. Gyn in my 30s from Europe here. Several reasons, but maybe the most important and formative experience for me was when after med school I was living in the Horn of Africa for a couple of years. I witnessed some soul-crushing things, like obstetric fistulae, young women with advanced cervical cancer that could have been prevented easily, victims of sexual violence, complicated and traumatic deliveries. To put it mildly, women's health leaves much to be desired in a global context. I also met there some extremely inspiring and charismatic people, like Edna Adan Ishmael and Catherine Hamlin. In general, I'm usually not very easily captivated by people, but these women were just something else with their endless kindness, charisma, and altruism. If on my deathbed I could say that I spent my life trying to do what they did, I could die peacefully. So when I, as a young doctor, had the opportunity to get a training in the most important medical specialty of all and do my small part in making the world a kinder place for women, I mean, who really would need to think twice? I'm a male gynecologist of 6 years. Albright, working in a hospital outside US. During our education we do rotations on every field, and gynecology was one of the most diversified. Fields. I'll do deliveries, small operations, D&C, or laparoscopic surgery as well as bigger stuff. Here we even do breast surgery and administer adjuvant chemotherapy ourselves. So I get to do all the fun stuff and it never gets boring. Sorry to everyone thinking I'm looking at vulvas 24/7. Most of what I do is talking, to be honest. If you got more questions, I'll do my best to answer. Gotta bring my daughter to bed now. That actually sounds like fun. Looking at vulvas all day would be terribly boring. I like cheeseburgers, but if it were my job to make cheeseburgers all day, I can't imagine it would bring as much joy when I get to enjoy one for myself. If you thought that looking at vulvas all the time would be awesome, I'm pretty sure becoming a ob-gyn would cure you of that.